Lately, I've been thinking a lot about the layers of our emotions and what's going on beneath the surface, all the unseen world inside of us. So this piece to me kind of portrays that. The way I painted it was I first put down this pink and magenta layer, and then I came over it with this sweeping motion of the blues. And to me, this represents, there's like a sunrise or a sunset going on beneath the surface, and on top of it there is the chaos and the noise and everything that happens in our life day to day. But this is a reminder that beneath it all there's sweetness, and if we just settle into presence and look deeper within ourselves, there is sweetness. I think in modern society, it's too easy to get distracted and swept up in the noise of the news, what's happening in the world, the economy, social media, caring about what other people think. And then it's too easy to numb with drugs, with Netflix, with drinking, with all these behaviors that clutter the mind and clutter and distract us from the truth of who we are and who we really want to be and feeling the emotions. That's another thing that I try to communicate, that I want my art to represent. I want it to represent the importance and the beauty of connecting with our emotions and ourselves internally. I think there's this notion that, at least when I grew up, that with men especially, men don't cry, men don't feel. And just in general, I feel like there's not so safe of an understanding in society that we can have emotions and we can feel and express those emotions. A lot of times, especially in like public appearances, people just try to make it seem like they're so put together and everything is going great, but no. I know it's not. We all have issues. We all have things going on beneath the surface. And it's okay to express that and to feel it. I didn't know this before for the past 5 years that I've been selling my art, but it's always been the case that I want my art to be represented, be totems and be symbols of whatever it is to you that you want to step into, or that you want to that you're working through, or that, I know for me personally, when I buy jewelry or some clothing items, they represent something to me, like a phase of life or something I'm trying to call in, or a way of being that I'm trying to embody more of. So to me, most of the things I own, physical things, represent something. And I want my paintings to be the same thing. What does this mean to you to collect right now? What does this mean to you to look at, to enjoy, to have in your home? So that's the meta-analysis of this painting. Practically, as you can see by the footage that's playing, I really, with a lot of my art, I try to just enter this flow state where I'm mindlessly working. With this one, I kind of had in mind that I wanted this composition with the horizon and then the sweeping strokes over it, because that's what I did with Abyss a few years ago. I've also done this now with Continuum 1, and that's it. I might be doing more of this actually, because I love it. But yeah, I kind of know these specific colors of paint, I kind of know that they're gonna blend together and kind of work well. And to me, it's just entering the state of flow, letting go of perfectionism, letting go of a fear of messing up this painting. The most beautiful paintings I make are the ones that are made in this state of flow. I've found for me, if I'm too much in my head and too much trying to create this vision that I have in my head, then it just doesn't produce as good of a painting. I think it's because I'm tense and I'm holding on to this expectation energy. But with pieces like this, I let go of that and I fully accept that what I'm doing might ruin it. I know that if that happens, I can always paint over it. I don't believe that there's such a thing as wasting paint. It's all part of the process. And then I stop painting I stop working on the piece when it gets to a point where I'm just like, oh wow, I love it, this is cool, this feels right. It's a very, all right, so back to emotions. It's a very emotional and intuition-based process. And I believe, like, super firmly that we humans don't trust our intuitions as much as we should. And that has been a major part of my process over these 10 years, leaving my corporate job, pursuing a creative career, stepping into freelance photography, video production, and now art for these past few years, has all been guided by my intuition, my own answers, largely thanks to meditation and journaling, which are the practices that for me have helped me access my intuition more. And then now, every time I paint, it's a practice in accessing my intuition. Pretty much everything, even these videos that I make, the paintings that I make, it's all like, I have this flutter of an idea, and then I just go with it. And I believe that the best art comes from people, artists that are in this intuitively guided flow state, both in the act while they're making the art, and overall, days after days, after weeks, after months, after years. It's just an ongoing thing. And I believe that, as a result, creates a life that feels more fulfilling, more self-expressed, more authentic, more genuine, which all results in more happiness and feelings of peace. So with that long ramble, this is Sweet Abyss. At the time of this filming, this is still available for collection, so if you're interested in more information, send me an email or go check out my website and you can sign up to my email list, get my PDF catalog of available works. And if you want more content like this, like and subscribe.